Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get you through your Friday.
Today's Checkout features 3 co-founders, Harry Dixon, Rory Garton-Smith and Elliot Rampono. They're the co-founders of Checkmate, an app that plugs into Safari on your mobile to automatically provide savings while you shop. The team has an eclectic mix of talents and backgrounds. One is an entrepreneur and partnerships expert, another a trend-setting data scientist, and the third, a former musician who's played Splendor and competed in Ninja Warrior. That's a good checkout. Harry, Elliot, Rory, welcome to the checkout. We have 5 quick questions. We'll see how quick they are because we've got 3 people doing it at once, which should be makes for some good banter, I reckon. So let's go. Number 1, what is the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online? Elliot, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, so I get roasted a bit for this. So when I spent about 18 months living in San Francisco, and I'm like a very frugal person. And San Francisco is so crazy expensive. So I wanted to find like a cheap way to eat regularly. So I got into this food supplement called Huel, which is like human fuel, which is kind of based on another one called Soylent, which is based on Soylent Green from that horrible movie. Yeah. So it's basically this meal that you can eat all day. It's sort of like, it tastes pretty good, but I think even they recommend don't have this 3 meals a day. But if you do, you won't get scurvy. It's basically like the pitch. And that's what I did. And I lost a lot of weight and it was pretty bad.
What does it look like?
I haven't had it in a while. I've left that life behind, but Rory still has it occasionally.
Actually, yeah, it just looks like whey protein, but it has carbs in it as well, basically. Yeah.
Wow, wild. All right, that's good. That fits the criteria of the question. Rory, what about you?
So I bought this conch recently, and
for those who can't see it, it's this massive yellow-looking shell, like as big as Rory's head.
It's bigger than my head. This thing is huge, and I want to do the thing from Anchorman where he's like, "News team assemble," and I will get there. It arrived yesterday. You have to do a little bit of preparation, so you have to drill a hole in this part here. But this is a real conch found on the beach, like in I don't know where, like somewhere in Africa or something. We've had it shipped out, so it's very, very cool to have it.
That's amazing.
Pumped.
Where do you even find that online?
Etsy with Checkmate discount. Get on it.
Did you get a discount?
I did get a discount.
What about you, Harry? Weirdest thing you've ever bought?
I love that. I'm probably going to bring down the conversation. They're quite high-class things. A squatty potty is probably one of the weirdest things. And I love the question at dinner parties, which is like, what's the weirdest thing you bought on Amazon? And a friend goes, going to change your life, squatty potty. And so it's like a little stool that you put your legs on that wraps around your toilet.
Oh, I had a different vision in my head of what it was. But yeah, that makes sense. So it elevates your legs.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. It's a game changer. Big fan.
All right. And okay, we'll probably leave that one there. That's a
yes. You did answer the weirdest.
No, it was perfect. We've had 3 perfect answers there. So you guys nailed the brief. Thank you. All right. Who is personally, and I know you don't want to take sides, but personally where you shop, who is your favorite retailer? Rory, we'll start with you.
Culture Kings. I think they nail a niche. Yeah, this is a good answer for the Australian audience, right? Because they've only recently moved to the US market. But I think they really nail a niche, and I think their marketing is excellent, and I think their store branding is excellent as well.
Yeah. Are you going to go visit the new store when you're in Vegas?
I didn't know there was a Vegas store, and I would definitely go check that out.
Yeah, nice. Good answer. Harry?
If you ask my wife, Georgia, she would probably say Gage Roads, which is actually a brewery because I have so much merch from there. But I think for like quality and things that I would probably recommend to friends, especially Americans, is R.M. Williams. I think their boots, last you a lifetime. So I think that's where I've switched from my purchasing habits entering my 30s, that you go, you need stuff to last. And so that's really where I think they've done a good job.
Yeah, nice. And they've done a great job online too in the last few years. They've really taken it up to the next level. Elliot?
I'm a bit obsessed with skincare. So for me, it's The Ordinary, so the sort of like the essentials, and then I go Aesop on birthdays and Christmas. I'll get really nice soaps.
Nice. Good answer. Okay. All right. Number 3, which e-commerce practice do you wish was history? Harry?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few. We look at a lot of them. I'm quite frustrated on how, like, obviously code generation is presented. So I think abandoning carts and getting a deal sent to you, I think should just go in the bin. I think it like promotes bad behavior, and I think it needs to get smarter. So that's just like a top of mind one. But
yeah, nice. Relevant too. Elliot?
Mine's a bit of I think it's a niche one to Australia, but we deal with gift card expiry, which is, I just think that's an insulting notion. I went to hot yoga the other day and someone had gifted me a hot yoga class for Christmas, but it actually wasn't last Christmas. It was the Christmas before. It's been a crazy year. And they had to check, and I think it had expired, but they let me use it. But I just think the idea, if someone spends money at your store, unless it's been hundreds of years and the value of money has changed, you should honor that. Like,
yeah, I think retailers are actually confused about it because the regulations are changing so much, and, you know, country to country, state to state, around how long, you know, gift vouchers can be valid for and what are the minimums required. It's changed a lot in the last 5 years even. I think it's 3 years minimum now. Don't quote me, but whereas before they could get away with 12 months, right?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Rory, what's getting your goat?
Similar answer to Harry's. On the sort of like store sending you codes thing, and I'd love to build tools to help stores stop doing this, SMS marketing. So they will immediately like start texting you with deals and you stop to unsubscribe. Twofold. One, I think it's a bad way to be marketed to, and I think like we should be building better tools for stores to do it. Two, I think that SMS needs to die in general. I'm vocally opposed to very few things. Actually, I love almost everything in the world. I'm very vocally opposed to SMS being used for two-factor authentication by banks. Because, case in point, when I moved to the USA, Telstra gave my Australian mobile number away to a girl in Sydney, and now she has my number. And she used to get all my codes and stuff, and she was very nice. She would like give them to me, but like that other people have very different experiences, right? I think SMS needs to die, and any marketing practice along with it needs to go.
And I'll bet, given your music history and music scene background, she might have got a few random texts here and there, yeah?
I had a singer text me and was like, "Why aren't you responding to me?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "I've been texting your Australian number. I haven't heard back in weeks or something." And I was like, "You were hearing back at all? Like, what? Hang on.
What have I committed to? What? I'm playing Slender again." All right. Number 4. Can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into? Elliot.
This is probably a dorky suggestion, but anytime someone asks me for a book recommendation, I go to a book called The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. It's my favorite book ever. If you like fantasy, you should read it, but it's not like a book about e-commerce, so just be aware.
Right, an escape book.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Rory?
Kind of a dickhead answer, but I swear it's really, really good. The Stanford Classical Liberalism Initiative hosted Peter Thiel about 2 months ago, and he did a speech called The End of the Future. And it is unbelievable, and I recommend anyone go. It's free on YouTube and Spotify. Like, go and check it out.
Great recommendation. Harry?
I guess my favorite podcast is the Chris Sacca episode on This Week in Startups. It's a 2-part with Jason Calacanis. It describes Chris Sacca. He runs Lowercase Capital, but his story is out of this world. And then I just double down on a book because I think it's really good, is Red Notice. And it's Bill Browder, which was like the Magnitsky Act, which is like essentially like barring like Russians and things in the US. But I just finished Freezing Order literally last week, and that's the second book in the series. And again, both mind-blowing stories.
Oh, gents, between the three of you, what a range of inspirational and resources. Thank you very much. Number 5, last one for you. Finish this sentence. The future of retail is, whoever wants to jump in, actually.
Savings on an iPhone.
That didn't work at all. I should actually direct the conversation. All right, Rory.
I said savings on an iPhone just to plug the company, but we probably, all three of us would probably say personalized is really the underpinning thesis of what we're building.
Yeah, beautiful. Personalized commerce. Love it. Harry, Elliot, Rory, thank you so much for joining us on The Checkout.
Thanks, Nathan.
Thanks for having us.
Legend. Cheers.
To hear more from Harry, Rory and Elliot, jump back into episode 265, where they share why they swapped traditional marketing for a different approach, and that included a deep discussion around TikTok and some of the strategies that they use. We also talk about how Checkmate reached number 1 in the US global app charts over Christmas, and how the Dream Team started taking shape, courtesy of a pair of red Doc Martens. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep adding to cart.